Hi, I want to talk to you today about thoughts because I've been thinking a lot about thoughts and I've been having a lot of conversations about thoughts lately. One of the things I say I do with my clients across the board, no matter what they come and see me for, is to give them the ability and the freedom to think. That's it, simple as that. Because what happens when our subconscious thinks we're under threat is it takes us into a defensive mode. It disengages the thinking process and goes into a reactive mode. And I've always thought of this as a very simple process. You switch off your brain, you react, you protect. When the threat is passed, your brain comes back, which is why so many of us beat ourselves up. But now I'm not so sure. Now I think that it's about the nature of the thoughts as opposed to just switching them off. I think there is a level at which our subconscious thinks. It's just a very primitive thought pattern, like I've talked about. When I see a client for a second session, most of the conversation is about helping them to focus on noticing what's different as opposed to what's not different. Because it seems to be human nature to always look for what we need to change and what's wrong rather than what's good. And I've been thinking about this quite a lot as I explain it to my clients. And I realised it's probably because we're in a defensive mode 90% of the time. We're in protection mode. And so it's in our nature to look for problems, not to look for things that are okay. That's not great for survival, is it? And I was thinking that the people that we all think of as positive people are actually not people who have more positive thoughts. They're the people who recognize that those negative thoughts don't need to make camp in their head. They don't need to be the be all and end all of their thought process. Positive people are people who are able to not dwell on their negative thoughts and to pass them off. And that's a task I give all of my clients. And most struggle with it. Most of us struggle with it. At the end of the day, looking back on the day, find what was good. I call them shiny things. You know, when you're in a really bad place and everything looks terrible, you go, oh, look at a shiny thing, because it's always there. So look for shiny things. Look for shiny things in your day. At the end of every day, look back, no matter how bad the day is. And in fact, the more rubbish the day is, the more important it is to recognize that those good things are still there. It's just very often the negatives drown them out. And thoughts are not real. So if you can pick out those good things out of a sea of bad things, then you're really onto a winner. So that's my tip of the day. At the end of every day, reflect back on your day and identify what was good. There will always be something. Identify what was good, find what was good, and through that recognize that your negative thoughts, your ninja negatives, don't need to be there, don't need to have their own way. Okay, bye now.